Hi, and welcome back to my sewing studio. My name is Courtney. I like to sew, knit, and thrift my clothing. And today I bring you this lovely stack of fabric because I'm going to go over some fall sewing plans. Not just fall sewing plans, but also I have some time coming up off of work, and I'm hoping that I can get through some of these during this time off. If you watched my last video, I made tons of plans and only did 2 of them. And I'm sure it's going to be the exact same thing because I really only have a week off. So, and I also have quite a few plans during that week off. So, I don't have super high hopes. I'm not especially committed to getting any of these things done, at least during this period of time. But I wanted to go through them because it's fun and I love to brainstorm and dream. If you watched my last video, you know that. And I have a microphone today, so hopefully it sounds better. Hopefully there's no screaming children outside. Hopefully you can't hear my squeaky chair. We'll probably get interrupted by the cats again. Feta was really the star of the show last time. I don't think Olive made an appearance, but maybe we'll be blessed by her today. I think that's all I have to say. Let's get into it. The first thing, which is not on this stack of fabric, is actually an alteration that I promised to do for my best friend so long ago, probably in July. Oh, I'm so sorry, girl. I have taken it apart. I've started working on it, but I just haven't gotten to it. And it is this, let's see if I can show. It's this cherry dress that somebody else actually made for her, but it just doesn't fit her very well anymore. Oh my gosh. This is what I'm dealing with. Anyway, I've pinned some darts and I really need to get going on this. I'm actually going to see her today, and I had told myself I wanted to get it done today to bring to her, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm also going to see her at the end of next week though. So actually a week from today. So I want to prioritize this. I want to get this done. I might even start working on it a little bit this morning if I have time. And then the next thing that isn't in this pile of fabric. Oh, I actually have 4 things that's not in this pile of fabric. Really setting myself up for success. This is not a sewing project. This is the Waves sweater that I started on. I bought the yarn for this on Valentine's Day, actually, which is fitting. I've knit the body, most of the body, according to the pattern. I still need to do a few more rows and then the ribbing, but I've tried it on and I think it's too long for my preference. So what I want to do with it this week is block it, see how I feel about it, and then that's really my goal. Is I just need to block it. I keep putting it off. I hate blocking. Anyone else hate blocking? I really don't like it. I think because I'm a larger size, and so when I block, it just takes up so much room. Oh, the colors are so good. This sweater is so soft. It's certainly the most expensive project I hope I'll ever knit. The entire thing has mohair running through it. And the main color is hand dyed. It was pricey. And then the contrast color is 2 strands of mohair. And the main color is also held with a strand of mohair because I was concerned about the colors blending well. I'm going to sneeze. Fun fact about me, I'm allergic to cats. Yeah, so I want to block this week. That's my goal. But after I block it, I'll determine what I want to do about the length and then also cast on the sleeves. I hope this microphone is doing its job. Guess we'll find out. Okay, there's 2 more projects. One is a coat that I have no ambition of sewing this week, but I would really like to pre-shrink the wool. And my plan for that is that I will be putting it in the dryer with some hot, wet towels. Sounds a little 18 plus, doesn't it? And then I'll shrink it that way. And I also have some gorgeous blue silk charmeuse that I got for $15 per meter on my birthday weekend. It was the universe's gift to me for sure. All the other colors at the store were $66 per meter. But this one was $15 per meter, and it's beautiful, and I bought so much of it. And that's going to be the lining. The last thing that I don't have the fabric in front of me is because it's already cut out, and this is actually a test sew. This is the collar. For Just Patterns, it's such a beautiful sweatshirt, but it's kind of formal, like it's kind of business professional. If it's out by the time that this video is ready to go up, I will include a line drawing. It's gonna be gorgeous. Okay, that's everything that's not in this fabric stack. Now let me go through this fabric stack. I have, again, no illusions of actually getting through everything, but these are just some things that I've been wanting to make, so I'm going to go through them. First up is this linen, and what I would like to make with it. First of all, when I ordered it in the Blackbird sale, I want to say in August, and I thought it was a slightly more red color. It's a bit more plum than I was expecting. Wait, please hold. All right, this is the color I thought I was ordering. This is my favorite knit jersey from a shop that no longer exists. And when it was closing down, I ordered a bunch of fabric, including this, because it's one of the favorite colors that I've ordered in the past. On the website, this linen looked very similar to that color, but you can see it's just a bit more purple. And it's still a pretty color. It's just not quite what I was expecting. For that reason, and I think I only got 1.5 meters. So I'm kind of limited, but I recently watched a video by Rosery Apparel where I'll link the video, she does shirring and makes this beautiful top. It was inspired by some brand. I don't know. I'm pretty not with the fashion trends in the ready to wear world. So I'm so sorry I cannot cite what it was inspired by, but it was beautiful, and it made me really curious to try something similar with this. So like a shirred tank top, I definitely have enough fabric for it, and I think it would be really beautiful on this linen. And it's kind of autumnal with the color, but it's a tank top, so I could wear it year round. It is, as I'm filming this, it's October 11th, which means it's getting cold outside where I live, at least. So we'll see. But this is like a fun creative project for me. Next, I got this really fun cotton jersey from Rick Rack. We went to Calgary for my birthday weekend, and I love visiting Rick Rack. And I got this really great cotton spandex jersey. I think I would like to make a Rio tee with it, a Rio ringer tee. But in any case, I'm planning for it to be a t-shirt. Feda's staring at me. He's been acting unusual the last few days, so I'm actually kind of hoping he'll jump up. I'm not sure if the colors are showing up quite accurately. That's pretty good. And I think I got 2.5 meters of this. I'm not totally sure what I want to make with it. I think a long sleeve dress, like maybe the Muna and Broad, is it Hexam dress? That's like kind of fitted. That would be nice. Here's my buddy. Hi, Feta. How you doing? Do you want to say hello to the people? He loves to hang out with me in here. Usually it's Olive who wants all of my attention at all other times. Like if I'm cooking, she wants to be held. Especially in the morning when I'm making my coffee. She insists on me picking her up. Cover this up, mister. But when I'm in my sewing room, it's Feta who needs all my attention. When I adopted Feta, he was kind of an introvert, and he was really shy, and he would sit I don't know, a foot out of reach. But he wanted to hang out, but he just didn't want to be too close. He didn't want too much attention. And then if you reached over and pet him, he would get up and move just out of reach again. But now he's a real snuggler. Okay, you settling in? Can we carry on with the video, mister? What do you think? Oh, interested in the mic? Here's some purrs for you. No, that's not for you. He tried to take it. Okay, are you going to sit down? That's not for you. That's not for you. Let's see if we can move on. Next up is more linen that I got in the Blackbird sale. Again, it was like July or August when I ordered this. This is just red linen. And I'm not going to lie, this was totally inspired by Isabella. Oh my gosh, I need to double check that. But from Breathing Yarn. She has red linen pants. She talks about how much she loves them all the time. She had her styling series video, and the one video with the color palette. I went through and made my color palette. And it does, in fact, include this cherry red. I'll pop in a picture of my color palette, which, by the way, I had created before I bought all of this fabric, actually, in this pile. This is all pretty new fabric. And I decided I wanted some red linen pants. I wasn't sure about it, and I asked myself if I was just being influenced, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I decided to get some red linen. I got enough to make the glebe pants, which, as you saw in my previous video, I've been kind of working on the fit. The green pair, which I was working on at the end, actually are pretty comfortable, and I've made one final edit to the pattern. Well, I shouldn't say final, but what I think will be good. So I'm going to cut these out. And I've worked out that 2.5 meters of 16-inch wide fabric is the perfect amount for these pants, which is what I have here. And that's that. Then this is another Rick Rack purchase, which is this quilting cotton with spider webs and daisies. I got a lot of this. I want to say I got maybe close to 5 meters, maybe even more, honestly. What I want to make is a Henrietta skirt from Spaghetti Western Studio Patterns, and also a matching Ornella top, which is the same. And I have white piping that I want to put along the seams of both the top and the skirt, and I think that'd be amazing. Now, the unfortunate thing is it is getting cold, so I really would like to make that this week so that I can hopefully get a little bit of wear out of it. And back to the linen pants too, same thing with the weather. It's getting kind of cold. I'm not sure if linen pants are quite it, but I was talking with my friend Morgan, who is at Bias Tape on Instagram, and they were like, wear tights under it. And which reminded me, I do actually have some gray merino jersey in my cupboard that I've been meaning to make underlayers with, and I recently bought the I think it's called Road Trip Pattern Co. base layer set when they were doing a fundraiser sale, raising funds, I think, for Makers for Mutual Aid for Palestinian fundraising relief. So that's a fifth thing that's not in my pile here of the base layer set with gray merino to go under my red linen pants, and then I want to make the spider web. Now we're getting into the real autumnal. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think you understand. Oh, sweet leopard canvas. You might also recognize this from Blackbird. This is their cotton canvas. I want to make wide leg jeans with it. I have made the Noise jeans several times before. I love the Noise jeans. I will need to adjust my sizing this time, I think. I've made the wide leg view once before, and it actually... What's wrong, Feta? The wide leg view, to me, it felt like it fitted a little tighter than the tapered leg view in the waist, like torso trunk area. I'm not sure if that's like really how it is, or if my sizing was just a little off, or I'm not too sure. So that's one option. The other option, which is what I've kind of had in mind for this, but I don't know, my mind might change, is the Helen's Closet Falconer pants in the wide leg view. I'm really interested in trying that one. The only thing is I'm not sure if the style lines and the leopard, if they'll be lost, if it will distort it too much. I'm not sure if they go well together. But I do prefer the Noise jeans in a heavier weight fabric. I think this might be a little too light. So I'm still thinking about that. But I do really want to make these leopard pants. Another Rick Rack purchase is this beautiful, oh my gosh, I love it. This beautiful like snake skin print viscose jersey. Oh, I originally was thinking it would make a beautiful Whitlam skirt. Like, what a fun bottom. But I'm not sure if the stretch percentage is sufficient. And I think what I'm going to make with it is a Lenny top, which is a lower PR pattern. And I think that's going to be really beautiful and chic and cool. And I like that it's autumnal, but also colorful. Hi, baby. He's really interested in this microphone. And last but not least, my last purchase, not my last purchase from Rick Rack Textiles, but the last purchase for this video, which I bought from their remnants rack, is this bamboo blend jersey. It's so soft, and my plan for it is to make a Dawson top by Helen's Closet. I want to make the low scoop neck, and I think I want to make long sleeves. I've never made this pattern before, and this is just going to be, in my mind, a wearable 12. All right, so these are all my plans. If I'm going to be really realistic, I think what I'm going to end up actually doing is, I really hope I block my sweater. I really want to finish the alterations on that dress for my friends. I need to finish the test sew. I hope that I pre-shrink the wool, but I don't have much confidence in myself. I've been putting it off because it means that I need to bring it all the way down to the basement, and I have 6 meters of it. What I might do is rough cut some of the pieces. Stop it. I might cut it into some smaller pieces and do it that way. I'm not too sure. I've been chatting with Catherine from Seam Science on Instagram because she's also been working on a wool coat, and we've been chatting about pre-shrink methods. Hers is double, what's the word? Double wool. I'm blanking. So there are some differences, but she told me just to make sure I use enough hot water and towels to avoid getting hot spot felting. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, and then realistically, I think out of all this fabric stack, I'll probably make one item. And if I had to guess, well, like, to be very, very real, it's gonna be whatever I'm feeling inspired to work on at the time that I'm ready to start a project. I have recently made a Henrietta skirt out of blue satin. It's so beautiful. I love it. And I'm pretty happy with the fit of it. And so Henrietta would be pretty easy to get started on. But Ornella, I haven't done any fitting yet. And I think I'm going to want to do some fitting. So that's kind of like not a priority for me. I do really want the leopard pants, but since I'm also a little indecisive about it, I'm not sure. The Lenny top feels pretty attainable to me because I'm not planning to do any toiling. I'm just going to jump in and see how it goes. Same thing with the Dawson top. The Glebe pants are basically ready to go. The hold up there is that I think I'm going to need to iron the fabric, and I hate doing that. But also for the last 2 pairs, I just cut in willy-nilly with no ironing. So maybe it's fine. Maybe I can do the same thing. And then the shirring feels really creative and fun and inspiring to me. So I could see that being something that I'm just like inspired to do off the bat. So, okay. So my predictions are, I think the Glede pants feel a bit boring to me. Wow, it's really hard for me to predict because it really is going to depend on what I'm feeling inspired to work on that day, legitimately. I think there's a high chance that I'll do the Dawson top because that just feels easy to me, low risk, high reward. I think there's also a pretty good chance that I'll pull out the shirring inspired by Rosery Apparel. And I think the base that I'm going to use that for is the Helen's Closet Ashton top, which is a risk because I also have not made that top yet. So, yeah, let's see how it goes. It's not it because I did not mention what I'm wearing, and that feels like a sin in one of these videos. Also, I'm getting a haircut next week, which is good. I really need a haircut. I don't know what's happening over here, but this is just how my layers are falling now that it's a little grown out. So it's going to be good to get that trimmed. What I'm wearing, sorry, I'm so distracted, is a Closet Core Mile End sweatshirt, Mile End sweatshirt, in a gray sweatshirt fleece that's also from the same fabric shop that closed down. And you can't see, but I'm also wearing matching plateau joggers that I made. I lengthen the sleeves so much because I'm tall and I have long arms and I have long legs, and I'm used to everything like sleeves and pants always being too short on me. So this is so nice and cozy. I've been wearing it nonstop since I finished it last weekend. The pants are unfortunately shorter than I would prefer, but I'm comfy, and that's what matters. All right, have a good day. I hope you get some furry cuddles in today, eat lots of good food, are surrounded by good people, and I hope that you experience kindness today. Oh, okay. Good thing I kept on rambling because I just saw out of the corner of my eye. I need to be careful about this microphone. I need to find a more secure way to attach it. I just saw the corner of my eye some other fabric that's very boring, but it is one other thing that I would like to, that I've been meaning to work on for a long time, and I keep putting it off because it's boring, but I will show you. This is again my favorite jersey fabric from the fabric shop that closed down, and you might notice, wow, what a boring beige color. Yeah, I got it to make underwear. I need to make more Dulcie boxer briefs. They are perfect for wearing under dresses, skirts. They have an elastic waistband. They're boxers, basically. This is a cotton jersey, but it's like a really smooth, buttery cotton jersey. I'm so sorry. I don't know where you can get it now. I don't know if you can. I'm sure there's similar fabric somewhere, but not where I usually get it from. But they're perfect for chub rub. They're comfortable, and because of the way they're sewn, the only seams are in the center back, center front, and then there's a gusset along the thighs, which means there's no underwear lines. So I love to wear these under form-fitting, like the Whitlam skirt, which is also by Moon on Broad. And then I also have this smaller piece in pink, so I'm going to make them both into underwear. If I have scraps left over, I'm going to make some more of the Moon and Broad Yuba thong, which is one of their more recent underwear patterns, or the Kapunda undies. I love all their underwear patterns. The only one I don't love is their Warta. Someone taught me recently this is an Australian word and I wasn't saying it properly. I think it's Warta undies, and those are mid-rise, which is why I don't like them as much because they just kind of slip down my belly. All right, that's it. Bye.